Well, it's morning and it's not as nice as yesterday, but it's not horrific. So it's a little windy if you are in the wind, so that's not fun. Here is Gwen, my darling Gwen, coming out of the shed. Yeah, you're such a good girl, Gwen. Still pregnant, I see. Well, hurry, sweetie, I want those babies. I know, I want them so badly. Her children are my favorite children. I love them. Anyway, Zai is doing pretty well with his group. He seems to like these guys, so that's nice. Silverado doesn't like boys at all, so he's by himself. But yeah, Zai is doing just fine with Bonnie's in the corner, and there is Falcon. And the girls are doing all right. They're eating dry leaves because why wouldn't you eat dry leaves? If you have the opportunity to eat dry leaves, why wouldn't you do that? So, this morning, okay, so first of all, I made a mistake late last night. I'll tell you about the mistake when we go inside. But this morning, I couldn't find a duck. I was missing a duck. Okay, I could not find her. I was like, oh no, did something eat our duck? And then she showed up after a little while. And then she disappeared again under the barn. And honestly, I think she might be sitting on eggs. Because it's been a couple of days since we found eggs from, well, more than one. Like usually we're finding one. But it's actually been a couple of days now. Thank you. It's been a couple of days now since we found like 3 or 4. And we only have 4 girls. So I think they started laying under the barn. And I think one of the lady ducks is sitting on them. So it doesn't matter. I mean, they're all from our flock. So they're the same eggs I would put in the incubator. So if she wants to do that, that's up to her. And things are so much drier out here. So much drier. It's so much easier. It's not perfect. Here's 2 more ducks. 2 more ducks hanging out over here. So there's a few that way, a few this way, you know. There's chicken in here. Yeah, chicken. Here is a chicken egg. Looks good. It's pretty fresh. It's pretty warm. So I'm going to check up there for any chicken eggs. Mira lays blue eggs. So this is Houdini's egg. That's Houdini's egg. Mira lays blue eggs. So she lays them in weird spots. So yesterday she laid one here. But she has laid them all over the place. And I want you to go outside. I know, but you're not having children. You don't have any eggs. Come on. No. Come on, just go outside. Outside! Seriously, go outside. Come on. Go enjoy the sun. Seriously, bird. She's like super broody, and when they're super broody, sometimes you just have to make them go outside. Like, you can't just let them brood themselves to death. That's not going to work. So, yeah. We have to. I'm going to go look up there for eggs. I don't think there's going to be one yet, but you never know. So, yeah. I think the duck is on duck eggs, which is fine. If she wants to hatch them. She might abandon them partway through. We'll have to see. I don't really know if she will or not because she's never hatched babies before. Sometimes you end up with a bird that is fantastic for laying eggs and sitting on them and all that good stuff. And sometimes you have a bird who starts the process and then abandons it. So it depends on the bird. And obviously she's a fairly young duck. She's just from last year's hatch. So she's never tried to hatch babies. So we're going to see. We'll wait and see what is up with that. So we will also go check. Open this door. Come on. I need to put a hook. I really need to put a hook to hold that door up. I just don't want to because one of the projects we're probably not going to get to this month. But one of the projects I would like to get to is building a little barn back there, a little horse shelter for Shadowfax, and then switching this to only hay and chickens. So having the chickens at that end and then having hay in the rest of it. So we don't have to bring the hay all the way from the front because that's annoying. But I don't know if we'll actually get to it. So if we're not going to actually get to it, thank you. If we're not going to actually get to it, then it doesn't make sense to not put a hook up. But if we are going to get to it, then I don't want to put a hook up because it's a waste of a hook and my time. So it's a judgment call, really. I do not think we're going to get any eggs from you guys for another 3 weeks if you guys keep up with your normal schedule from the quail. Our quail don't lay that early. There is an egg here. I'm pretty sure I heard her laying it. That's a spark coop egg for hatching. So that's really good. I don't think there's any egg for hatching in here right now because only the one hen wants to lay me eggs lately. Hi, sweetie. Anyway, plan for the day is to show you my mistake. I'll show you in the house. It's in the house. The mistake's in the house. I made a boo-boo. I wasn't looking closely enough. Remember how I said Mira lays blue eggs? That's going to be important in a minute when we go inside. But other than doing that, I got to go get my other tripod here. We'll move it around. I'm filming some other stuff today. That's not this. And so I need my tripod over here, which is against the picnic table. And I'm going to go move it somewhere cool. I don't know. But I don't have a lot to plan for today. I really need to clean that incubator though. The one I didn't do yesterday. I really need to do it. So I think maybe I'll just go here. I have some stuff to film, so I'm just going to put my tripod over here. Yeah, because that'll be kind of cool. The big tripod, not the little tripod. Ugh. There. That's good enough. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna be standing in there doing some explaining on some videos that I'm filming. So I might as well get it over with. Move the tripod while I'm out here. But because I'm doing a bunch of filming this afternoon, other than this, I have to film making cookies and stuff like that. I'm going to be pretty busy. So other than cleaning that incubator and wondering what on earth we're making for dinner, which might be nothing, I'm not doing too much other than showing you my mistake and checking in on those little baby bunnies. So you want to know what my mistake was? I'll show you. So that's my mistake. Let me explain. Okay? So there's one chicken here in a blue egg. You notice that blue egg? Okay, so that's Mira's egg. Look at these cayuga eggs. Bluey green, right? Cayuga eggs can start off like black and gray, and then they fade to kind of a bluey green, and then they can fade to a white that's not really white. It's like a very, very pale green. Mira's eggs look a heck of a lot like it, right? They look a heck of a lot of similar. Oh my God. I accidentally put a chicken egg, one of Mira's eggs, in, and late last night, I heard peeping. And I was like, what? The ducks can't hatch yet, and that doesn't sound like a duck. That sounds like a chicken. So I quickly looked at the eggs, and one was pipped because it's chicken egg. So then this morning he hatched. So I now have one chicken. And to anyone concerned that he's going to be an only chicken, well, he's basically going to be a pocket chicken. whoever's around the house is going to hang on to him, and we're going to set him up in a little cage in the house instead of brooding him outside until he has some friends. Okay? So he's not going to be far from us. He's not going to be lonely. He's taking a nap right now. He has to stay in the incubator till like tomorrow. And we have to make sure he stays warm and cozy. I might leave him in the incubator till, this is Thursday, I might leave him until Saturday just to make sure he's strong and healthy. I don't want to rush him. So that was my mistake. Oops-a-daisy. I'm an idiot. I literally just didn't check. You can tell a duck egg from a chicken egg by the way it feels. Duck eggs have a waxy coating. I literally just didn't check. Whoops. His name is Lucky. That's his name. His name is Lucky. He a cutie. We like Lucky. Well, it's now evening. I definitely have to go check for eggs and look and see how everyone's doing. What do you want to bet I'm not going to find any duck eggs? I think they're hiding the duck eggs because they're bombs. And here come some chickens. Tristan is putting water out, and whenever he does that, everybody just kind of shows up. You know, the ducks are all here doing duck things. All 6 of them are here. All 6 of them. So we're not missing a duck. She just goes missing on occasion. I think she might have a clutch of eggs that she's starting to sit on. Let's see if there's any eggs in here. So let's see. The last couple things we have to do today, I'm going to check on the bunnies. I'll show you that. I've checked on them a couple of times. They're fine, but I'll show you them. And hi girls. Okay, is there an egg here? No. There's a chicken down there. Oh my god. This chicken, I don't have a problem with her being broody. I really don't. But she has to get out of the barn occasionally. Come on. No. Come on. Yeah. Go with Houdini. Go. Go. Just go. Literally, just go. Go with them. You'll like it. And I'm going to check up here for an egg again. See if Mira has laid an egg up there. I don't think so, because I think I might have got her egg already. Gotta remember, I'm apparently mistaking her eggs for duck eggs. Okay, there's no eggs on the ground. Okay. No eggs up there. No eggs on that. Okay, we're fine there. Mira does like to hide them, so I think I know where it is, but I have to get someone else to get it. Anyway, last couple of things we're doing today. Checking on those bunnies, because yes, we have to check on the bunnies. Let go. I had my hook stuck. And I have to clean that incubator still. I really have to stop putting it off, because eggs have to go in it tomorrow. I do have a good number of eggs. Hello, gentlemen. I've got multiple, that's a hen, but I've got 3 roosters here doing their rooster thing, because they are fantastic roosters. We have a lot of roosters, I know. Hi, Shadowfax. I know it seems like we have a lot of roosters, and we kind of have a lot of roosters. A little bit have a lot of roosters. Just a little bit. But it's not a big deal. Okay, it's honestly not really a big deal. Because it's cold out here. Wow, it's going to be really cold tomorrow. Which is going to suck for me, because I'm going to be live streaming. I might end up live streaming in the house, to be honest. Let's see. No. Okay. But I forget what I was talking about now. I forget what I was talking about. That is okay. Hi. I'm just seeing. I know, there's no eggs in there, but I thought I would look. How about you? You got any more eggs for me? Yes. That's a Spark egg. It's not Spark's egg. Spark is a rooster. Okay? I just call it the Spark egg because it's from Spark's coop. So, coming in here, ladies. Ladies and gentle giant. No, not today. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I have to clean that incubator because I'm putting it off and I really shouldn't. And we have to check those bunnies. Otherwise, we are almost done for the day. These guys are hanging out. Does it fit? Okay. So we're looking at setting up a thing either for tomorrow night or the morning after for that single chick. We have to keep him in the house with us because he's by himself. So we will have ducks in about a week, and that'll be good. Ducks in about a week. So then he'll have some friends. He really shouldn't be with ducks, but whatever. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna check on Zai, see how he's doing with his buddies. I think he's doing okay. I think he's doing okay. I think. Where's Silverado? Silverado's in his house. He's okay. Oh, Zai's doing just fine. He's hanging out with his buddies. So this is the group for him. So I don't think Silverado likes boys. But we're going to have to keep Little Lucky inside with us because Little Lucky doesn't have any friends. So he'll get to hang out with us. And basically he's going to be Tristan's little buddy until those ducks hatch. And then maybe he can have some duck friends for a week until the chickens hatch the following week. So he'll be 2 weeks older than the other chickens, but that's okay. Anyway, it's time to go inside, check on those baby bunnies, and then clean an incubator. That's the rest of my plan for the day. So I know it wasn't a complicated plan. Nothing really that exciting happened, but you know, oh well. This is not really that exciting a day. This is not like a couple of times where we've had lots happening. However, there is Little Lucky, who was not supposed to exist. My bad. I'll be more careful with the chicken and the duck eggs when I put duck eggs in the incubator next week. Yeah, my bad. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's go back inside. All right, let's check in on these 3 little babies. Where are they? There they are. So this is a good time. Ooh, this one's chonky. So I'm just looking to see if I can see any markings. I think this one might be a white. This one might be blue-eyed white. This one's definitely broken blue. It's not black. See how light that is? That's dilute. How about you? This one... harder to tell with this one. I can't tell if there's color. Harder to tell. We'll have to wait a little bit, but they are doing fine. They are really strong. They are adorable little nuggets. Look at that. So hopefully everybody makes it. They are doing well. They're, what? How many days old? 2 days old. So they're doing quite well. And hopefully they continue to do well and they just get stronger and they just get bigger. And in a couple weeks, hopefully they'll open their eyes. They do have to get kicked out of that cage on the 28th because Tinsley needs that spot. So we'll see how they're doing by then. But they are going to have to get booted. Mostly because Tinsley needs that spot to have babies if she's pregnant. And I really hope she is. I've never had babies by Tinsley before. We only got Tinsley in December. So we will see if Tinsley has babies. For now, we're just enjoying Geminis. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're perfect little angels. All right. I have to go clean the incubator. I've been putting it off. I have got to go do it. I said I had to clean the incubator. I've been putting it off. But tomorrow, eggs go in it. So this incubator, again, I don't hatch through the winter. It's darn cold here in the winter. So we don't hatch in the winter. What we do is we put the incubators aside and we fire them up again in April, which is what it is now. Because for the most part, now there are exceptions, but for the most part, people in my area are not buying chicks and stuff in January. It is just too cold. Okay? It is cold. It's 40 below in January. So people are not buying chicks. It's too cold. They don't want them in their house that long. And I brood outside, so I'm not hatching for myself then. Except for apparently Lucky is going to have to brood in the house a little bit because, frankly, he wasn't supposed to exist. Tristan's laughing over there. Yeah, so we don't hatch in the winter. So because these incubators sit all winter long, they do have to be wiped down. Now, I don't hatch in these. I hatch in my hatcher that I have. And because I hatch in my hatcher, the insides of these are not particularly dirty. Okay, they're just not. I don't have to worry about that too much. I just give everything a quick wipe. And the interesting thing about these is they could, like, you can just take them outside and spray them out because the bottoms are completely without any electrical components. So that's a timer. But they're complete without any electrical components. So you can absolutely just take them outside, spray them out with the hose. You could just do that. I don't really have to do that at all because that's not my issue here. Okay, how do these go in? Not like that. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. But for me, I just have to give them a quick wipe because a live chick has never been inside these. It's only been eggs. So I don't have to worry too much about sanitizing and things. That's the hatcher, which I had to sanitize last minute on the fly. As we noticed, Lucky was pipped and was going to hatch. It was literally, Tristan, I have an emergency. And then, yeah, literally giving him the top of the incubator to clean. I took the bottom of the incubator to clean, found the hatching mat, and hoped for the best. And now we have little Lucky. Hopefully, that's backwards. I have to make sure it's the right way. Turning gears have to line up. There we go. Well, see, that didn't take long at all. Like, it's perfectly clean and ready to use now. It's not like it takes a long time. It's just that I didn't want to do it. Nothing to do with how long it takes. It's done. Anyway, the sounds you're hearing in the background is Tristan making some pizza. It is Thursday. If it sounds like we're having 2 pizza nights this week, we kind of did because Tristan's birthday was on Tuesday and pizza is his absolute favorite meal. So we added a pizza day, homemade pizza day, because he adores his own homemade pizza. I don't think there's a food he likes better in all the world. That's vodka having some dinner. Yeah, the dog's food just hangs out there and they come in and they eat as much as they want. We free feed. I get that question a lot. Do you just free feed your dogs? Yeah. As long as they're inside, they have access to the dog food. There's no dog food outside. They come in and have their dog food. So when they're running around outside doing their livestock guardian job, there isn't any food. So one, it keeps them wanting to come back in the house because that's where the snacks are. But 2, it does limit the I'm just going to hang out and watch the chickens and snack all day. So it is possible that your livestock guardians get kind of chonky, mostly because they can do that. They can just sit and do their job because most of their job doing is sitting, and then they can just eat. So we avoid that simply by having the food in the house. Pretty easy solution. Also, we don't really want to go outside to feed the dogs all the time when it's 40 below. We want to feed them in the house. So works for everyone. It works for the dogs, works for us. So yeah, we just feed them in the house. The bowls are always full. I forgot I have an egg in my pocket. I just realized I didn't take the spark egg out of my pocket from earlier. I've been walking around, laying down on the bed as I was editing and stuff, and this was in my pocket the whole time.
Surprised it didn't crack.
I am surprised it didn't crack too. Tristan just said he's surprised it didn't crack. So am I. So I'm gonna go put this in the rack. This is for hatching. This is a spark egg. And Tristan does love Spark. That's his favorite rooster. So he wanted some babies from him. So he picked out a couple of hens for him to be with. And right now we're getting 2 eggs a day out of that coop, roughly. So hopefully he will get some really cute roosters and hens out of these eggs because I like roosters. I know you need the hens for laying the eggs and hatching the babies. I know. But I got a soft spot for roosters. That's why we have 6 roosters. And we're keeping them all. We're all of them. Every single rooster. We're not getting rid of any of them. We also free range, so it's not like they're locked in the tiny coop together. We wouldn't lock 6 roosters in a small coop together because they would fight. They can just wander around the property. They can do whatever they like. They don't have to fight. So would I downsize my roosters if we had to keep them confined? Yes, because that would be too many roosters for a small space. But we don't have a small space. Our guys can go in and out to their heart's content. So because they free range 90% of the time, it's a non-issue. Is that good food, Vaughn? Now you're having your water? You good boy? Yeah? Yeah, he's a good dog. Oh, here comes Whiskey, because he wants to be a good boy, too. Good boy, Whiskey. Good boy. Whiskey still has a hematoma on his ear, but it's okay. We're treating it. I have to drain it a little bit tomorrow. It's not my favorite thing to do, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So it's just, basically a broken blood vessel in the ear. And that broken blood vessel in the ear basically leads to swelling because the blood gets trapped. So you drain some of the blood. Well, that blood vessel hopefully eventually fixes itself. The other alternative is actual surgery, and the vet and I agree that's not our favorite route to go. So we only do that if we don't have another choice, because surgery is not fun. Anyway, that is literally about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. I definitely need to shave Whiskey here at some point, but it's going to be really cold tomorrow. I'd rather wait. So I'll probably shave him Monday, Tuesday. At least get started. It usually takes me a week to shave him because he doesn't love it. So that's what we're going to do next week. I have to finish shaving the cat too. Anyway, now it's really about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.